Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing some Rise of the Empire TB. It's been a while since I did Rise of the Empire in a video, so I've been playing this for a while. It's just bad timing that I'm kind of sick while it's happening, although I am on the mend. I think later tonight or tomorrow maybe I'll be feeling better. But I'm starting in Phase 3. This is what I want to show because for a lot of endgame guilds now, this is where TB actually really starts, because it's easy to just 3-star all the first 2 phases. You don't have any extra plans, so there's not as much to balance. I have been doing what I can in Phase 1 and 2. I did go for as many waves as I could. So out of Phase 1 and 2, there's actually 44 out of 48. The only ones I lost was Geonosis ships, which is pretty common. I did not get to attempt Geos, so that's 3. And I failed the fleet mission here. I think because it's been a long time since I tried it and I underestimated it. And I didn't have Houndstooth, I had a platoon Houndstooth. And today I'm going to start with Zeffo. We normally block off a lot of the missions, but I got permission to go ahead and do the 4 combat missions here. Without ops, and then I'll come back for the other planets later with ops because, well, we might be we might be preloading one of these normal 3 planets, but Zeffo, we're preloading and not completing any ops, so I'm going to be starting with this. I'm not going to do Zeffo in future phases if I cover phases 4, 5, and 6, whenever we still have it. And I'm not going to do the special mission today. I'll be doing the special mission when we do have ops, because that's a little bit more important to get done. So the first mission, usually the only mission we open up is the Giant Cow one, because you have the most points from it. I've been using my Old Republic Jedi a lot, but this is what I normally do, as I need, since I don't have any Omicrons on Cal, I need Jedi Knight, Jedi Master Luke to get things going. And I would normally use General Skywalker in here, but I platooned him, so I'm not going to. My main damage engine is going to be Jedi Knight Luke. I have JML here just because it's easier to target Jedi Knight Luke. I want Revan in there, and then I want a 5th. And I actually think Satele Shan might be decent. Let's see how, like, this ability on its own is just awesome. So I think I'll try this. Because as long as I have Jedi Knight Luke and Cal and Jedi Master Luke, I'm pretty good, so let's just do it, because I am going to use Revan here. I'm not going to use Revan somewhere else, so I'm not going to do a full Old Republic crew. Well, I need JML. I need to get off the ground. I used to try it a bunch without JML, and just couldn't get anywhere. So I marked down the droids first. They seem easier. Let's see what I'm doing here with this. And not too much. She loses a lot without her leadership. Pass this to Luke. Sure, give it to Cal. Get this back to Cal. I want to cycle to Cal as quickly as I can. Okay. And I do have a tank here, which is nice because JML can't taunt here. First from return, so I'll give it to JML. It's not a turn meter swap, so. And when I do get the insta-kill, I usually just kill one of the stormtroopers because they take the longest. It's actually really nice having Satele Shan here. Yep. My protection on Satele is crazy. It's like 207,000 protection. Yeah, she is just eating the hits. I think I'll get back around to this ability by the time we get to next wave, but I do want to save those abilities, like the Mass Stun, AoE, marked. I want to have those available for the start of next wave. Let's go ahead and do. Let's save that AoE for next wave. Get around to Luke to get through his cooldowns. Gets back. So if I'm doing this mission with the platoons, I'll usually just start off with a damage dealer getting the first blessing, then be Cal second, Chainmail third. Alright, now we're almost all basic territory. I'll use the same because I want to start with the swap. Okay, start with this. It's done. Doesn't do as much if she's not the leader. It's not full Old Republic. I don't know how much the full Old Republic does at this point. Have a turn. Insta-kill is going to be second sister. Let's get our taunt up. Lock the taunt. Sick. Get around that. Yeah, it's like actually good, decent damage. Yeah, she is like a phenomenal addition to this. This is my first time using her here. She's such a good character. Like, she is amazing. Alright, Cal's gonna do the honors here. There we go. Nice, 1,000,000 points. Next one, we'll do a quick one. Ships are crapshoot. Like I said, I got permission ahead of time to do these from the guild leaders, so I'm going to be ignoring the rogue actions. But in general, you don't want to do that. So just a few ships. This is my least favorite, well, second least favorite fleet mission. The one I hate the most is the one where you're forced to use Ghost. And you have confused from doing specials. Try our best not to use the specials. It's hard to not. It's hard to only hit basic. Even though on some level, you know, you should. I'm gonna do it here. I'm not totally certain. Basic. Alright, yeah, well, I screw myself with that. I'm not the best at this. I cannot resist using the specials a lot of times. Okay, well, that's good. We still got around to getting a reinforcement. I am lifting the embargo on specials. So we're trying to hammer it home. And that should be it. Okay. I hate that fleet mission. I hate it so much. But got it. Okay. This next one is a pretty quick one. You need okay, I got approval, I promise. I've been using the same team forever on this. You need a bunch of stuns and a lot of control. And ZLS just seems to do better even than a lot of GLs if I try to use them. Because the stuns are easy to come by. Stun this guy first. Try to get tenacity up. Control these guys. If I get a stun, if I get him controlled, kind of leave him alone. Control for me is either blind or stun or both. Don't need to swap. Stances there. Let's get on you now. And I don't want to do AoEs. Okay, so this guy is far away from return, so let's get him. Yep. Okay, a little too much. This guy is still controlled for the longest time, so... yeah, I think I'm good to do this. Didn't do that much because I hadn't killed anyone yet. See this guy, okay, got him down. That makes things a lot easier. Just want tenacity down there. Well, I can't. No, I can't stun him. Okay. Move return meter. That was kind of a misplay. To push him back. Okay. Now this would be a better move. Nice. Alright, save specials. I think everyone's been seeing a little bit too much of these guys for their own liking in Coliseum.
We're certainly lucky that you're on our side. There's no time for your foolishness.
Yep. Pretty easy with CLS as long as you're patient. It's not something you can auto. It's not something you can turn your brain off and do the same few motions every single time. You actually have to play through it. For this one, I use Rey. I have Ben, of course, Cat. For this phase, I'm fine with JMK not having Cat. If I use JMK, it's on Tatooine, and that's pretty easy. So who else do I like? I like to have Ahsoka. Is she a scoundrel? She's not. Ahsoka Fulcrum's really nice. Seer is nice in a way, because you can swap turns to her with Cat for an insta-kill, but I'd rather go with Cal, just for general utility. Yeah, this is a pretty good team. Plenty of damage. I don't need the insta-kills from Cat, they just help. See, there's no one to swap to, so she just gets it up herself. Yeah, Cal really helps a lot with this. Don't you have too many buffs out there? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I figured I could get going again. So that's great. I pulled ult and there's a lot less targets. So that's huge. It's not spread out as much. Heal yourself. Protect Fulcrum. In my experience, without Cat, this is a really hard matchup. This is one of the areas where I think Cat excels just as a plug and play. Those stat boosts are huge. Nice. Yeah, that's why I like Fulcrum here. That's useless to me in the next wave, so... Jeez, they got Ben hurt when I wasn't expecting it. This one's generally a lot easier, this wave. Get the... Well, thought I was gonna get an armor shred, but I guess not. That might be it. Alright, there we go. So, that is it for Zeffo. Now I can click on missions without feeling the guilt, even though I did get approval to do these missions today. From here, I usually like to do the mid-missions. So that'll be Tatooine. So I'll be waiting a while for that. This one's not affected by the platoons, though. So maybe I'll start most of Tatooine now, and then just do the Reva mission later. So actually, yeah, let's do that. The bow mission is easy. Everyone that unlocks bow can do it, because you just need IG and Mando. Yeah. Then a lot of the missions are just pretty simple on this planet. Yep. Got to reuse those assets. Since they put a lot of work into this raid, and they obsoleted it by design. Okay. I like to start with armor shred. Never do whistling birds. And BAM is modded. Damage and health, just like bow. And speed, I guess. Bow. Someone's gonna get eaten. I think. Not. Just cleanse off bow. Yeah, nice and quick. Jabba mission, super easy. Nice. Okay, a cartel. This one is auditable. I like... we can do Embo. Doesn't matter. I go Boba or Embo is fine. Yeah, it's literally easy, because if you have a cleanse, which Jabba does, it's trivial. And even if someone dies, they just revive the next wave. So Jabba is like the best at this. That's actually... Why does it save the ult? He's quick. Oh my gosh, the damage already. That's what I wanted to do, get the bombs out there. Boom. Yeah, he goes so fast. Love an auto. I love an auto mission in TB. Fennec. So they recommend ranged resistance. I don't like that. I have used Bosk a lot. I'm going to try Baylan. Because Fennec is a mercenary. And it's just kind of fun. Who's the last? I would do Dash. Okay, we'll buy Dash. Just getting them all in range to where they die from the dots. That's satisfying. Alright. Oh, dude, nice. We do have 35 stacks, which is great. Yeah, Baylan's not the best for this. Like, this seems kind of sketchy if I wasn't, like, really well modded, but, it's more fun than Bosk. Bosk is just you're constantly healing. And you can't, like, you just out-heal the damage they give you. But yeah. And Baylan's a more commonly farmed up team now. People who basically have the whole team at Relic 7, regardless. With this planet, so I typically use Gungans. Because here I will use Ahsoka and Leia. And I can't do this one with Wookiees. Saw, there's a lot of the Rebel fighters. I don't need JMK anywhere else. I think I'll use JMK. Or do it. Maybe I don't have enough good stuff with JMK for it to matter. Yeah. I kind of don't have his team. We'll use Queen Amidala. Because that's a recommendation. Does she... Yeah, she needs to have no GL allies. So let's do Mace. And GK. Couple of tanks and cleanses. Maybe I need to not auto this. So. Let's cleanse this off. Okay. Save that. Because people are going to be falling over. Yeah. So, one of my favorite things about Tatooine, if you just have cleanses, it's going to be pretty easy. You just need to survive a little bit. Sand Trooper Scouts are usually easier to kill, I think. Don't have my specials. Oh wait, that's not up to full power yet. Get all the buffs, and then we'll do an Anakin AoE soon. Yep. That's okay. Okay, auto territory. And then ships on this planet is pretty simple. Executor. And you just spam specials, so also an auto, basically. Already got the contract thing. Nice. Nothing to it. If you have punishing one, it's extremely easy. Oh, my anniversary quest. Because I haven't been pushing those that hard on this account. Reva, I will wait to get to. I'll come back later. Okay. I think we're 3-starring this one today. We're definitely 3-starring Dathomir. 3-starring this. Well, maybe we're not 3-starring Kashyyyk. Okay, yeah, we are 3-starring Kashyyyk today, so I'll wait for those ops. That's not gonna affect anything except fleets. But I'll wait till later so I can just do all of it at once. The missions and the fleets. And Dathomir, well, that doesn't affect that either, so I guess I could do that right now as well. So I'm getting a lot done early, which is nice if you can do it. So this is the team I use. I think a lot of people from Parade Patrol have Night Trooper, Death Trooper, R9. We're going to have an R9. Great Mothers just have R8. You only need R7 on all of them, but it's a great team for it. So do this. You really got to make sure you're lined up for the next phase. So I will auto this mostly, and then try to be off auto with a little bit of time left. Target the doomed person. Okay. Because want to make sure we doom dash. For my GoTanks account, I could feel this whole team except for Merrin. I do not have Merrin in relics or anything. Basics, good. And if you're doing this the first time, you might be tempted to doom them all, but don't do that. You want to doom dash. And then you go maul. And then you can just auto it. This is sick. Now the rest of Dathomir, I don't know if I'll do it all in this first sitting. It can be slow in some areas with some teams because you have to get the perma kills because of all the revives. Great Mothers makes it easy. Let's do Aphra first. So I like to use murder bots. I don't have IG-90 7 stars, so I can't use him. I actually like Grievous and Stap. Grievous is awesome here. Start with that. And he bails me out so many times. When in doubt, I just go for the kills on zombie, because if you kill it twice and then the third time it's gone. This is actually going to be a really quick round 1. And then I got that bonus turn because I got that kill. And since it's going to a new wave, I can just use a normal, any special, not the forced one. Always do the AoE when available with him. Yeah, BT1, because of these exposes, actually can kill on that ability, and he just goes to town. It's so nice. That's R8. R8 BT1. Next easy call, Lord Vader with the clones. Other than this, I mean, Inquisitors can do it, but you want Inquisitors for the Reva mission most of the time. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon can do it, especially with Death Trooper, but it's like a lot more work. So there's definitely one I typically auto and then just leave, not watch it, because it will get done eventually. But I do go for zombie. I just target zombie if I auto. Because once you get past the 2, then it perma-dies. It makes it a lot easier to work with. It's just basic. Save our specials for next wave. Nice. Well, Delta is helping me here a little because I have so many R9s and my Lord Vaders are 10, so that is kind of nice, but so really just kind of mowed them down. Back in the old days, I had I spent a lot of time on Dathomir just because it was harder to get the easy kills. We're gonna do Sprinkler Kylo. First order. I like to prioritize damage. Sprinkler Kylo can easily go on a killing spree because of Darkside Ray here. But I want to do at least one poke before I start doing AoEs. So when someone dies, the turn meters reset. So let's go ahead and hit ultimate, even though it's one turn. Just to do an AoE. Keep going. Going into this next wave, we'll do one poke and then pretty much all AoEs. Because I want to get at least some siphon. That's why I do at least one poke. Okay, nice. As long as I get a kill, everyone's turn meter gets reduced. Putting Sprinkler Kylo de facto the next character to go, the fastest. So another quick one for Dathomir, and then. I do like Darth Revan here. It's a little more time consuming. Let's do Hondo. Pirates. More damage dealers. And one tank. Yep. That'll get it done pretty fast. Most people don't have Hondo though, so. But he is very capable. Pretty much everyone TB. Like having the ability to just revive everyone willy-nilly is extremely valuable. Okay, gone for good. Now the problem here is lining up all the kills. This is where Hondo can take a little bit longer. And on auto, I mean, you just walk away and then come back, and eventually you'll win, but there's not a ton of like big AoEs. There's Brutus. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have saved that one. This can permakill if you line it up. Yeah. Are you up for it, Brutus? No, not quite. I don't think I need that ultimate right now. Ah, come on. Alright, that should be it. See. Alright, that's one of them. Should be two. Not quite. Alright, now it's lineup time again. Oh, yeah. Well, Brutus is maybe going to help us out with a big AoE. Or maybe we don't need it. Nice, that's huge. Alright, that's Dathomir. That one felt like a lot longer. Maybe twice or 3 times as long as the other missions, but overall, not too bad. Of course, if you have all the GLs, I guess, but Grey Mother's amazing. Lord Vader's slicker. Aphra one, that one's pretty fun. I think that's the easy way to go about it. So I'll be back later for Reva mission and Kashyyyk. The ops don't help the land missions, but I might as well just wait to do that because I have to do the fleet mission later anyway. Alright, I am back the night of. Still got plenty of time, but I'm not going to waste any getting down to business. So this is team I'm using. No 9th. With Reva, it's, I mean, a lot easier. But it's definitely not an auto. You can't fall asleep at the wheel. You need to make sure you're keeping an eye out for the 6 stacks of purge. And you can definitely screw it up. So, spell there. Waiting for 6 stacks before we can do this one. And now we have tenacity up. We can do some AoEs. Yeah, you need some help. Okay. Everyone does not have purge, but that's fine. I'll still go ahead and do the AoE. At this point, I spam AoEs just because I'm getting them closer to the point where they just melt. Scavenger needs to go first because when my tenacity up goes away, then I'm screwed. So, alright, you're probably gonna die. Let's save some specials for Kenobi. Oh, 7th is barely gonna survive. Last 3v3 I actually lost this because I was playing distracted, talking to my wife, playing with my child, and then just like, oh crap, I forgot, I didn't notice. There were 6 stacks of Purge when it got around to Grand Inquisitor's turn. Right here we got it. Having Reva, you don't really need to hold back at this point. You just use whatever you got. You can stun him. Most people already know this, but if someone's watching and they don't really do this mission, of course this isn't much help to people actually still chasing Reva. And for guilds like mine, for a long time this has just been a charge up currency mission. That's it. Okay, so that's done. Dathomir's done. This is done as much as I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do this one yet. So now we just got Kashyyyk. Let's start with Spectres. And then I like to do the special mission just so I make sure I don't. And this one I literally auto every single time. Just to make sure I don't put something I need for that special mission with Leia, like Drogon I use with the special mission. I much prefer Spectres up top, because I think up top is harder, and Ahsoka just kicks butt in this TB. If you have a team that qualifies relic-wise, they just kind of dominate anywhere. And their damage gets so out of control. Especially Sabine. Let's target. Okay. And I'll target our Jade here. Oh, good job, Ezra. You knew what to do anyway. Look at those hits from Sabine. It's like 500,000 right there. That recon stormtrooper is easiest to kill. I also do have an R10 Ahsoka. She is just insane numbers. Alright, and the special mission, and I'll admit I auto it a lot, even without the having all the platoons. And so normally I'll have Kyle Katarn here. I did have to put him in ops. It was one of my assigned units, so I'm working from behind. So Drogon's going to be the main damage dealer. I mean, he kind of is already. But yeah, it makes it a lot less autoable if you don't have Kyle Katarn. So I'm taking a hit for the team. Everyone kind of gets a lot out of Kyle Katarn for this mission. But once I get this one out, the offense down, I feel really good. And I like passing this out. I'll heal up Baze. Like, he's not doing much damage, but I don't want him to die. Yeah, let's pass around to stun. Also, probably not a good target because this guy's already blinded. Pick off the sides. Yeah, if you're paying attention and have pretty good mods, like I think it's like the threshold is 316 or something. You're gonna be, it's pretty easy to do with a very developed roster. But also, I do have like an R9 Drogon. Do I have R8? I think I have R8 Luthen. I have R8 Rex. This guy is pretty stubborn. How long it takes to kill him. Like, he's taken a huge beating and still just barely getting into the health. Yeah, boom. But, you know, this TB came out late 2022, and it's crazy how much stuff has come out since then. It seems just like unthinkable that it was a full R9 wave of 2 planets, like 2 full phases were R9. They definitely build it for the future. I am going to be doing those. Let's get to this guy's damage. I am going to be doing those in this little series. We do one of the final wave, final ring planets, and that's Hoth. Every guild has different approaches. My old guild went to Death Star. I think Hoth is way easier. I like it a lot, so that's fun. I could turn it on auto now, but man, why bother? Sometimes I do dumb stuff, so I'll just leave it. Yeah, once you start passing that buff around, Drogon is just an assist machine. Really carries the load. Alright, just this one guy to get. There we go. Victory. Sweet currency that I have way too much of and I don't really care about, but, you know, obviously gonna go for it. Rebel. This one's another easy auto. I like to use Radis and Jin since I do have her 7 stars. And then Mon Mothma, we get an extra man. And we, my wife is calling me. One sec. Alright, I'm back. Good thing this is not a timed event. I would have either had to take a call while recording or just ignored it. Yeah, this is a pretty easy matchup. And Mon Mothma can revive Jin because she's a rebel fighter. She can't revive Radis or R2, but well, you know, you're probably not going to lose Jin. But if Radis dies and then Jin dies, then yeah, you bring him back. But R2 can kind of carry the damage. Radis does a crazy amount. Like you saw that first AoE. I'm going to hold. So Leia doesn't do her ult. It'll be kind of a waste right now. This guy is more of a pushover than Mark Jade, so We got like everyone ambushed except for a couple. Yeah, everyone is ambushed, so they're toast. Leia is so good. Volume went way down. I don't know if that's a bad thing to some people, but it's the way I've had it. Alright, this ult will do a lot more. Yeah, that was a lot more. Everyone was ambushed. It was 90% of her health. And now the fleet mission. I cannot do the Wookiee one. I've never invested in this guy, Tarful. But you know, with Yoda and Chewie, that's probably going to change at some point. And Zalbar is kind of worth working on. I use these two Wookiees on the other mission, but we normally block that off, so maybe in the future I'll be rocking the Wookiee mission. Okay, Rebels. Hope I didn't have to platoon anything too useful. So these four are the core to it. Cassian's U-Wing's great. And after that, I don't really care. I don't need... yeah, I really don't care. Pretty much have it with one or no reinforcements a lot of times. But this one, you do want to wait for ops. Because it is not so easy. And I actually like to open with this, because sometimes, yeah, you can kill those summons with it. So normally, any other scenario, I'm always doing Millennium Falcon basic. It's like you don't even use anything else. Okay, get a dispel here. But that's actually useful because it does more damage based on Empire enemies and Darkside enemies. So there's 5 Darkside Empire enemies. Huge boost. So that's maybe a tip people might not intuitively do. I do have R8 pilots on the ship. Let's just do this. I mean, try to finish it. Quick, bring in Rogue One. Instinctively, I kind of avoid TIE Fighter pilots just naturally, but I don't need to. With Profundity, they're not going to get turn meter. And yep, there we go. Do not need a reinforcement. Interesting. Here, it doesn't seem like the volume went down. In Grand Arena, whenever I do the ult, the volume definitely goes down. So that is it for my Phase 3 showcase. There's more things that can be done. The special mission, I'll do it later. Wookiees, I don't have access to. But that's about it. Everything else I did get around to, so I'll just go ahead and deploy. So let's just, I don't know, I like to spread it out. So I'll do dark side here, and then deploy light side over here, and see where I stand in contribution. So I'm number 3 overall. Not too bad. 57 million completed ways. I am tied for number 2 with 71. And I'm kicking myself. One of these are really, one of the ones I dropped I really should have got. That fleet battle, I should have taken my time. But yeah, I'm doing good this TB. I'm up there. And that's a wrap. So under an hour, which is great. I was expecting this to be over an hour. Maybe the next phases will be, but the further along we get, fewer missions I can do, especially in the phase 6. Phase 4 and 5 can be a lot more, but that is phase 3. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.